I remember watching January 6th when people were storming the Capitol and telling my wife, like, you need to watch this. And she said, what? I'm like these people are rioting the Capitol. They're beating police officers and breaking windows. And, it's just officers were stabbed with like metal stakes. They had concussions, PTSD. Brian Sicknick lost his wife.
Right.
I mean, it's just Trump is just a symptom of the problem with this country, Brian. That's really what this is about. We can blame Trump, but he's just a symbol of the racism, the rape, the incest, the comments about dating his daughter when she's 10 years older, the stealing of top secret, the infidelities. None of it matters to them, Brian. I mean, the reality is they're just awful human beings. I mean, how do these people as Christians say, yeah, January 6th was Antifa and George Soros, I have no facts? They're absolute idiots. I listen to these interviews, and they are the stupidest people that God has created. It's sad that this country is full of so many idiots.
You're right.
And I'm with you.
You're right.
I'm a Democrat, but I'm going to call out Joe Biden when I don't agree with them, or Kamala Harris, or Bush, or whoever it is. These people don't criticize him because he is their Messiah. He's their Antichrist. And they justify the rape, the incest. None of it's real. I mean, can you imagine living in a reality where everything is fake except for what Jim Jones tells you?
Yeah.
Like, this is where we are as a country, Brian. It's really pathetic and sad. And I'm not going to find middle ground with people that are fine with raping a woman. It's not okay. It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. And there are still a large portion of Republicans in this country that think January 6th was nothing more, nothing less than a tourist visit. There are people in this country that have no problem with pardoning all that were involved in January 6th. There are still people in this country that think what Vivek Ramaswamy says, the snake oil salesman himself, that it was an inside job. And sadly, there are Republicans in this country that think it was great to see an old crusty Republican not shake the hand of the vice president as his wife is being sworn in. These are horrible human beings, many of them bigoted in nature, and I call them out all the time on this show.
The last thing I'll say is this for everyone that's listening. The last two things that happened in New Orleans and Las Vegas, they were U.S. citizens. George Floyd, those officers were U.S. citizens.
Correct.
The 944 people that were arrested for storming the Capitol and beating police officers, I know it's shocking to you guys, they were not undocumented immigrants. They were U.S. citizens.
And Trump supporters.
Shocking. Right, Trump supporters. So are we supposed to deport Trump supporters because they're domestic terrorists?
I'm okay with that.
Because by their version of terrorism, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But that doesn't fit their narrative of blame the non-white people, and it's okay if you're white and you commit. Can you imagine, Brian, last thing, if John Lewis, after getting beaten for wanting to vote by crossing the bridge, if he and his brothers and sisters stormed the Capitol, can you imagine? They wouldn't be alive today.
You're right.
They would have murdered all of them.
You're right. I will say this, though.
That.
I would love nothing better than to have all these huge MAGA supporters get deported and live in a cave in Afghanistan, have them all move to Gaza, have them all move, have them all go with Tulsi Gabbard on a plane. We'll give them brochures like Ron DeSantis did to all those migrants and send them to Vladimir Putin, send them to Russia.